What's up, guys? It's Chris. You are playing the Singularity wrong. I've seen a lot of people talking about how insane the EMPs are, and while they do take no thought to get or use on the survivor end, we need to account for that when playing the Singularity. Thinking of his pods more as a camera for gathering info and maybe an added bonus here and there is way more effective. His chase power is actually really good and fun to use, and that's what he is, a strong chase killer with some extra info added in. There are some maps where his biopods are super effective and can be used a lot more often, but on others, it is simply intel gathering. I wanted to show some examples to you guys of the way I think you're supposed to play this killer, and let's get right into it. Okay, the survivors brought us to Larry's here, and I wanted to make this video because I really do think there's been a lot of people who are trying way too hard to make this killer something like Skull Merchant, where, you know, you just got the insane recon and stuff to be able to watch gens at the same time. There's a chase and stuff like that, and he's just not that. He's more of a chase monster, okay? So we're just shredding pallets here, okay? We already got this Fang hit with our pod, so she is slipstreamed. We can keep catching up. She's gonna go for this pallet. Should be a nice little hit though. I'm gonna leave her now. She does have a med kit, but it's fine. So the real thing is, he's not this killer where you're gonna be managing him constantly like an artist would, like where you're gonna be able to do the gens and chase people at the same time. He is a solid chase killer who has a little bit of info on the gens built in that you don't need to be working on with barbecue or, you know, any other outside perks like that. Just a lot of really good info that you can use from these things. And if the survivors are using those EMPs on the cameras, yes, it's annoying that you can't just teleport to them because you have a camera set up on them, you know, a biopod. But they're using the EMP they got to get rid of them before you get there. So, for example, let's say I had a pod here, okay? Somebody's sitting on there with an EMP. I infect them with that. They use their EMP, which is their safety net against you, before you get there in order to get rid of that slipstream, and then by the time you're there to chase them, you know exactly where they are, and you can get the slipstream on them right away again. Hopefully I'll be able to show you guys that in a second here. There is a Fang. Yeah, that's one thing too. It's a little bit odd with the biopods how finicky the actual lock-on can be, because they can just completely hide behind like a sliver of the table sometimes, and it just won't start tracking them, which I do find a little bit interesting. Wow, that didn't. Looks like she's going to be camping a pallet, which is always kind of a bad idea against this killer, especially if you've got a thing on you. See, if they try to make distance too, you can just kind of walk through any pallet, whether they drop it or not. It's always going to be good. Look at this. Then we can just catch up right away. It's pretty awesome in chase. There's not that much they can do outside of praying that you mess up. Wow, this guy's really got some internet issues. Got a couple stacks of saves, so we'll be catching up decently quick, but her lag is really making that interesting, isn't it? Teleport right up there. She's really not getting far at any point, even with her balance than whatever ping that is. There we go. Start. You got another pain res coming up. But yeah, he is a chase killer. He's not someone where you're going to be getting this insane. It's not like Dredge, where you're just going to, you know, you're going to hook somebody and you're going to TP right onto people. Look at this. We have the info of Yui right there. Do I want to go there? Not really. I see Quentin. And Fang also, I think. I think it's both of them. There's our Fangs. So we could use this pod to... Oh, she ducked right into this room. See, so this is a decent map for them, I think, because we don't have a lot of line of sight at all. I wonder if their plan was to bring it here because of that, or maybe one of them has Lucky Break. But yeah, that's not the greatest for us. She is holding an EMP, making it a little bit harder. Look at that. She'll use that EMP right away, so we'll be able to get rid of that out of her hand. They also have a second EMP here, which is not too bad. Survivors will definitely hoard these things. I mean, if they see an opportunity to just pick up the EMPs, they will. Anytime they walk past the case, gives them a little safety net. That means, you know, they don't have a med kit ready, they don't have a flashlight ready, they don't have a toolbox ready. There is still a lot of good stuff going for you there. As strong as the EMPs are, I do wish the duration that the cameras were disabled was a little shorter. But, you know, maybe that's just me. Like, I don't know. They could lower the cameras being disabled to, like, 15, 20 seconds, and it'd be insane if that's what they're going for. I don't think they are, though. I think he's just meant to be a chase monster with some info built in. I really do. It doesn't seem like at all that they want this killer to be another dredge. A lot of people were thinking that's kind of the route they were going. There goes that EMP, so we just break this up and put it right back. So she used her EMP immediately. And we'll just break that pallet up. Yeah, they will spam them, though. The first chance they get, they will spam those EMPs. They definitely don't try to, like, think about how to use them strategically at all. There we go. Teleport on her, get that pallet broken up. It's just pretty much spamming them. There you go, buddy. See, and also, I think Jolt might be bugged where it's making people scream whenever they're on gens and stuff like that. Which I am not complaining about, by the way. I think that's a pretty fantastic bug. Look at that. Some survivors will also just immediately leave a tile once they see you place your, what's it called? Your pods in them, because they don't want to allow you to slipstream them. And with save, that's going to be real deadly, too. So I do think save the best for last of this killer is awesome. I think it's really, really good. Get another pain res right there. Very nice. And she is still slipstreamed. I wonder if we can see her. Not quite. But yeah, if you just focus more on the 1v1 and how good he is there, I think you're going to have a lot more success with this killer. And just try and look at all the positives you do get from him. You're not going to be getting a stupid amount of mobility constantly all around the map and stuff with this character, because they are just going to EMP him. They are. But what you can do is very, very good also. You got our Quentin here. I think this guy was Death Hook. Get him blobbed up. Break that pallet right away. Don't even think about it.
Better now.
Bum, 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 bum. I really like this guy, though. I think he's really cool. His whole design and everything. If they had limited the EMPs more, this killer would be such a disgusting powerhouse. It wouldn't even be funny. So it's probably a good thing they did what they did with him. Break that pallet up as well. They do get a bit of distance, but this add-on combo we're running is actually really nice for it. That little body block saved him for a second. Take that hit on her. Oh, okay. I'll take it down, too. Why not? We got a pain res nearby, I think. I didn't realize she's actually just going to full sack the down. That'll be another pain res coming up. Yeah, the Quentin is Death Hook, which is why she's being so silly there. Scratch marks leading that way. EMP. We do have a bunch of blobs in this area, so this is a great spot for them to EMP. We kind of have to. The unfortunate thing with a map like Larry's, to be able to fully cover that gen, we need multiple pods on it. It's a little bit sad, but... There we go. See how she's just always got an EMP on her, pretty much? Look at that. Automatically running right into the corner. You don't want to run into the corner, especially after you use your sprint burst up like that. Get that going. She just ran into me. That's psychotic. Really trying to avoid those pods. Isn't that funny, though? Like, they think they have, like, this insane counterplay. You know, I'll just run right face first into the killer. And then the killer says, what? At least it's not like Twins where it takes you 30 seconds to be able to switch back and forth, right? There you go, buddy. It's our last pain res. Real quick, nothing there. This gen's completely zeroed now. Wow. We got a nice little gen spread here. Yeah, the unfortunate thing, though, like I was saying with a map like this, is this is probably going to be your worst case scenario with this killer. A map like Larry's. You can't have a bunch of really awkward and hidden pods all over the place to really throw them off and be sneaky with them. And they can cut off line of sight extremely easily for you to, like, shoot them once they are slipstreamed. Pretty much as bad as it gets, I think. Looks like this thing might have gave up.
78%.
Okay. Free dropping God pellets. Fair enough. Nothing there. This is EMP'd, but there's no one on it. Yeah, it looks like they're not really doing too much, are they? We got a lot of this covered now. Look at that. They don't even know we're coming. They did end up EMPing right at the last second there, but, I mean, at this point, it doesn't fucking matter. That is going to be a nice and easy kill. Thank you, Quentin. Been seeing a lot of made for this recently. A lot of survivors trying to use that little extra speed boost perk. See if we can get her tagged up also. Nope, she was... Oh, it was close. She was right there. Don't have to worry about using up our scored chips. Okay, Fang's just down to die. Because we have used all of them. There you go, bud. Yeah, hopefully this game kind of explains a little bit of how I think you should be playing this killer. You know, and he is still very new. Maybe we'll learn some other stuff about him. Maybe they'll make some changes. But so far what I'm seeing is if you're just trying to use these cameras to be able to teleport to people and you're expecting that to happen, they're going to be EMP'd 90% of the time just because the case is automatically open. People are grabbing them the second they can, and they really are going to be spamming them. You're not going to have a great time if that's what you're thinking. If you're thinking you're going into this killer able to teleport around the map like your Dredge or a Nurse or something like that, it's not going to be fun. It's just not. But sometimes, you know, once you get a couple people knocked out, you know, you can have a lot better time with it. There we go. Got a little TP. Good game, dude. But yeah, that's just kind of the stuff I've found to work really well for me. I did see a lot of comments saying how weak this killer is and how the EMPs are just too strong. So I did really want to make this video to share with you guys some of the stuff that I think really works. And hopefully it'll work for you guys too. Obviously, you know, if those EMPs didn't exist at all, this killer would be a fucking monster. He'd be a monster. I still think he's really good in this way, and if you're just keeping in mind using those cameras to get rid of EMPs so that when you're chasing them, they don't have something to fall back on, a little safety net, it is really, really good. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel to see future content, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.